as I sit here, contemplating about the land of the rising sun, which was the country that I lived in from March 10, 2015 to July 10, 2015, a whole array of memories blossom in my mind. I can still remember the day that I first arrived in that mystical land. How everything and everyone looked so surreal to my irises. Leaving that plane and walking along the walkway to get my mandatory foreign license, my gaijin card, which would license me to step through the airport and into the country. I still remember how sublime it all felt, dragging my heavy suitcase past loads of onlookers, finding the 2 girls that would escort me to my accommodation. That train ride to Nishin is something that I will always be missing. You just cannot create that kind of experience in the safety of your own home. It can only be felt when you step outside of yourself. And from that first day, arriving in Japan via Chubu, who knew what would befall me? I didn't. But it turned out to change my life forever. Of course I went through sunny and harsh weather, but that is besides the point. The point being that I touched my dream. From countless nights when I was 15, I would dream of flying to Japan, soaring through the sky and stepping out of my matrix. How glad did I feel then, when that became a reality? My dear listener, words cannot even describe. So as the months went by in Japan, I saw the beauty and terror of the nation. The beauty was the customer service at any establishment, the immaculate dressing of anyone wearing dresses, and the poignant compassion I felt from most people. But how can I forget the food, which was always perfect to my senses? Hamazushi filling me up with its tasty sushi, and ramen. Oh my, ramen in Japan is supreme. By the end of my trip, I could not help but always slurp those deliciously golden noodles. But even though I experienced all these great things and more, my sensitive spirit couldn't help but notice the negative things as well. One of these being the elusiveness of hone and tatemae, which for so long I just could not get my head around. Another being, like the Boundless suggested, being treated like a pet. Before I went to Japan, I didn't think that would happen, but that turned out to be the case. But a case should be made that Japanese people are not trying to send your happiness to the grave when they treat you like an entertainment slave, but instead, that's just the way most of them have been conditioned to behave when they see a strange face. I get it now, and I'm at ease with it. The last noticeable negative I saw was the sadness and anguish behind many people's faces. Salarymen scurrying to work, uninspired students slumming it to school, and a many foreigner looking and feeling like outcasts. What did I do to combat this negativity? I did what I always do. I embraced it so that it could teach me something, so that I could truly discern that even people 5,713 miles away from my home share the same struggles that I do. But even though I experienced profoundly just how lonely one can feel in Japan, or how tough it is sometimes for the Japanese, what I will ultimately take from this experience is the gift of the Journeyman's ecstasy. That ecstasy being, just being, breathing in another land strange to my own. How many of my English friends can say they have done what I have done? Not even a handful, not even one. So as I sit here contemplating about my experience in Japan, both good and bad, I am at ease. I am just happy that I took a leap of faith on that Air China plane that fateful day, so that I can now relay it to you, today. My experience is best summed up through Matsuo Basho's last introspective haiku. Tabi ni yonde, yume wa kare no o kakemeguru. Sick on a journey, only my dreams will wander these desolate moors. Thank you for your time. May we all experience something irresistibly sublime within our own transient lifetimes. The Journeyman.
Let me tell you, some have tried, but I slammed the door so tight that they could never get in. Kept my cool on the lock and key, and I never shed a tear. Now the sign of my condition. The fear of love or bitter vanity that kept me on the run, the main events of my confession. I kept a chain upon my door that would shake the shame of gain into a blind submission. A burning ghost without a name was still calling all the same, but I just wouldn't listen. The longer I scroll, the further I crawl. The further I crawl, the harder I fall. I'm scrolling into the fire. The more that I saw, the further I fall. The further I fall, the lower I crawl. I kept falling into the fire. Into the fire. Into the fire. Suddenly it occurred to me the reason for the ride and hide of total my existence. Everything left on the other side could never be much worse than this, but could I go the distance? I pressed the door and all my shame, tearing off each piece of chain until they were broken. But no matter how I tried, the other side was locked so tight, the door it wouldn't open. Gave it all I got, started to laugh. They shouted for someone to open and look, let's get through the door. The more that I know, the harder I get, the harder I get, the harder I know. Just break through the door. Yeah, yeah. You gotta hurry, you gotta break through the door. Try a little harder, try a little harder, then try to break through the Gotta knock a little harder. Gotta knock a little harder. Break down the door.